Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be answering some of your questions about drama school. Since telling you that I was going, I've had a lot of questions, like a lot of questions. So if you didn't know, just for a bit of context, I'm sorry if you've heard this 1,500 times. I'm new. Hello. I'm 21. Hello. I just finished my undergrad at the University of Bath doing biochemistry, and now I am about to start my training at the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama doing music theatre, and that's a master's. And the reason we're starting at a weird time of year is because we've been pushed back due to life situations at the moment. So yeah, a lot of the questions I think come from a place of people being in a similar situation. If that's you, hello, would love to answer any questions you have, even in the comments or whatever. Thumbs up on these videos means the world. It lets me know that you enjoy this kind of content, because obviously it's different. Any comment, anything at all, just to like let me know, because otherwise I have no idea and I'm like, let's get on with the questions. I do not want to ramble. I asked you on my Instagram for questions, so I'm just going to find that story. Okay, the first question, and a very big one, so I'm going to cover it first, was how are you affording drama school after uni? The simple answer to this question is three things: loans, help, and a part-time job. So I basically knew that that's what I was hoping to do, at least after I finished my degree. So I took some steps in my final year, at the end of my second year, and in my final year, to like be in a position to be able to do it. That included stuff like taking out a maintenance loan from my last degree and not using the money. Is that illegal? I didn't do that, if student finance asks. And I took out a postgraduate loan for this course. My parents have also been very, very generous to me throughout the last, coming up to like 4 years now, and helping me with things. So they have continued to do that. But obviously, that's not something that you guys can necessarily rely on, and I don't know your individual situations. I also saved money from every job I did on YouTube, so I never spent the full amount of that on anything. I never really do that anyway, but especially in the last year and a half. So the simple answer is, like, I have pulled money from a lot of different places and had quite a lot of help with it. Even if it means you have to take a year to save, lots of people do that. Work, get that money, use it. There are also scholarships available at drama schools, and lots of them have like funding plans inbuilt and stuff like that. So that's also another consideration. I just think get a good Excel out and really understand where you are with your finances. The next question is, how am I finding it, like mentally and physically? I haven't really done enough to say, but we're already starting to like work out a good few times a week, like most mornings, and that's really tough. I'm not very like physically fit or strong, so I have been struggling with that. Obviously the mental thing of like being close to school but not being able to go in is also tough. My brain is very much split in two. One side is asleep right now, so sometimes the like little creative things I'm like, ooh, need to switch that back on. The next question was future goals and aspirations. I honestly don't really know, because I think that this year they may change. I could say now we could do time capsule for this, and by the end of the year I'm sure my answer will be different. I would just like to get the chance to do a show or a couple of shows before I like branch out, and I definitely would also like to branch out into TV and film. It would be fun to do two different things, so I'd love to do ensemble for one, and then like a supporting lead and then a lead. I don't know, just like to have that experience. The next question is, what was going to be your plan if you didn't get in? Great question. I was going to do like 2 years worth of auditions, maybe even 3, I guess, I don't know, because I didn't get there, but I definitely thought if I didn't get in this time, I'd try again the year after, so that was always my plan. I would have worked in between, probably like retail or like just something just to like make some money in that year and to do some classes and stuff in that time. And then if I didn't get in at all, I guess I don't really know, to be honest. I was gonna work that one out when I got to it. Communication type job, so like presenting and that kind of thing that doesn't require the like formal training but is still linked to like TV, I guess. The next question is, do you wish you didn't go to drama school because of the pandemic? No, I'm so glad that I am training right now, because there's no work and there's no jobs, especially as someone starting out who probably wouldn't have been like booking stuff anyway, to then have that extra obstacle. I'm glad I'm not doing that. Lots of industries are suffering, so I'm kind of not too worried about it. I know that the industry, me, my cohort, whatever, like will make it work, so maybe that's optimistic, but no, I'm fine. Is, how do you deal with people telling you drama isn't a proper career? To be honest, I've not had too much of that. I've had a few I don't mean to generalize, but probably slightly older family friends and stuff, like not really getting it, especially because I went from something very like serious and respected to something that sadly isn't. But I think when I do get things like that, it's a them problem, not a me problem. I sort of say my bit, and if they still don't understand, you just have to move on, because they are clearly quite deluded if they don't think it's a real career. I mean, yeah, that whole argument about how would we survive the pandemic without Netflix, without Spotify, without all of that, it's like, try and do it without and tell us that it's not something worth saving. So the next question was highlights of drama school so far, which really made me laugh because we have not been. We haven't even been in the building. We had an introduction week online, and then they were like, woo. The highlight so far has basically just been like getting to know the class and stuff, and like hearing about what we're going to be doing, because as someone who's waited a long time to do it, it's exciting. The next question is, can you attend drama school at any age? The answer is yes and no. Yes, you can. There are a huge range of ages. Our course goes from 21 to 31, 32, I think, and that's a master's. And in general, I think pretty much any age. There's diplomas you can do at 16, most schools start at 18. There are some caps, however. I noticed when I was auditioning, some places cap it at maybe 35, maybe 40. That's not everywhere, and I don't know that for sure. That may change. My camera died. And the final question is, how did you feel after coming out of Bath? Would you preferred another uni? I'll answer this in like the context of this video. No, absolutely do not wish I went anywhere else. I loved it there. It was such a good 3 years and 2.5 years. And I wouldn't swap that. I wouldn't do this earlier. I wouldn't do things differently. I firmly believe also that like you do things for a reason. Things happen the way that they happen for a reason. And I've learned a lot in this time that I don't think I would have learnt without going there and experiencing that. And I wouldn't be ready for this any earlier anyway. So thank you so much for watching this, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. If you have more questions, like I said, please feel free to leave them below, and I will see you in the next one.